Hello everybody, this is Gouf coming at you with a 600 cost rated match here in the RF Gouf. We're going to be on Arctic base for this match here, and this is going to be kind of like a follow-up to the last RF Gouf video I made. I know the last time I talked about this suit really wasn't too long ago, but during the time when I made that first video, it was really more to just kind of talk about something new at the time, because when I made that video, it was the only match I was able to get in the RF Gouf due to the penalty that I had at the time, so really wasn't able to talk about the suit in detail, not the way that I wanted to. And, you know, as the Gouf Fox, I gotta put respect on the Gouf variant, so really wanted to do a follow-up video to that, and now that I've been able to play this suit a lot more, I used it quite a bit on my last week Saturday stream when I made my grand return, and I've also just been able to play more matches with it outside of streaming, so really have just been given more opportunity to really try this suit out and get used to it, because one of my main things at the time is that I really wasn't used to playing a suit like the Gouf at such high costs, and I think being able to play on a few different maps really helped with that, but I'm kind of getting a bit too far ahead here, so yeah, this is going to be the follow-up video. I am going to be using a build that centers around the expansion I have from the expansion facility, that being custom part expansion attack level 5, where that's going to boost my melee and range string for every move type custom part I have, so you'll see in the description where I keep my builds. I'm going to have quite a few move parts on this to really boost those stats, but yeah, the RF Gouf, we're already getting pretty long into the video, so the RF Gouf here is a 600 cost raid unit. It was our second late UC suit, followed by the RF Sagak recently, and then the first suit we had was the RF Zaku. So the Gouf was sort of like the middle of our late UC suits that we have so far, and yeah, it is a really fun suit. Since I've gotten used to playing it, I've been doing a lot better with it, and especially when it comes to using both of the beam wires that you have. On this match, I was really proud of the way that I was able to use both of the wires, since with the standard style Gouf wire I'm usually pretty good with. It's more like that heavy stagger wire that I really sort of neglect when it comes to a lot of suits that have it, so really, the amount of times I was able to get that heavy stagger off this match, I was very proud of that, so again, part of the reason I really wanted to use this match in particular. But a lot of the other weapons, too, I have gotten a lot more used to with the RF Gouf. One of the other weapons that I've sort of had gripes with was the primary, that being the Finger Vulcan. Initially, I didn't like that it was a discharge weapon, so it's not like the standard Gouf Vulcan. It's kind of like if you gave the Makuve's Gouf, the Discharge Vulcan, if you gave that as a primary. I wasn't really too big on that at first, but like I said, I kind of got a bit more used to it playing the suit, so it's not even as weird. It kind of just felt weird to use, I guess, since I was so used to using that type of weapon as a sub-weapon from Makuve's Gouf. Again, since I've been playing the suit a lot more, I've gotten more used to it and just more adaptive to it. But yeah, other than that, really, a lot of what I have kind of initially said about this Gouf does feel the same. It really feels like a mix of a lot of the lower cost Gouf variations, especially if it's like the standard Gouf, the Gouf VD, and Makuve's Gouf. I feel like a lot of those Gouf variations, this suit is pretty much like a really nice mix of. You kind of have like aspects of all of those suits kind of blended into this one high-cost Gouf. And I think given the lore of the RF Gouf, it being a suit that's, you know, heavily inspired by the Gouf and brought into late UC, I think that's a pretty fitting design choice on the devs' end to make this sort of a hosh-posh melting pot of Gouf variations. Going with that downswing wire there. Another thing I want to mention too is with the heavy attack of this suit. So you are a heavy attack raid, and that applies to the beam sword, but honestly I feel like I don't really find myself using the heavy attack too much. And it's not that the heavy attack is bad or anything, it's an amazing heavy attack that does a hefty amount of damage, but really, I just feel like, with the Gouf style of gameplay, I find myself just more focusing on using the wires now. Like, I'll use both of the wires and try to do a pretty standard melee combo, which works really well with this suit because especially the wire that you can use as the whip style, that one also does really good damage, so really, I feel like there's plenty of ways with the suit that you can focus on getting melee damage, which I really like. I think at this point in the match, crouching with the heavy attack ready, I was like, okay, I'm not using my heavy attack enough. Let me see if I can try to get a sneak on somebody and try to get a heavy attack off. We'll see if I'm successful or not. I think I try to go after the... I think I tried to go after the Delta Gundam, but I think they were too far to the side, so I ended up going after the Silver Bullet instead, but as you can see, a pretty hefty combo with just half of the heavy attack and a downswing from the wire. It does end up working pretty well, and it pretty much also allows me to do a pretty quick follow-up too, get that beam launcher ready, get the charge up so I can try to get a stun. You also have a double dodge roll as well, which is also very nifty for this suit, but yeah, try to get the tackle. I didn't get the kill, but looks like my teammate was able to finish him off, so yeah, not too bad there. But yeah, really, I do really like the RF Gouf again since I've gotten more matches with it. I think it's a really good suit for the most part. I mean, if you're not used to maybe playing the Gouf, maybe that could be an issue, but I do think you get a pretty good kit with this. Or I think the other thing too, if you're not used to playing melee suits, because the RF Gouf is heavily melee oriented. I mean, I don't think that's really much of a shock with the Gouf lineup of mobile suits, but yeah, it's a very melee oriented suit. If you're not used to playing melee units, like if those aren't your thing, then I also don't think the RF Gouf is really going to be for you. Because depending on what suit you're fighting against, the beam launcher may or may not do that much damage. And then your only other real damaging weapons at that point are going to be the Finger Vulcans and the Head Vulcans. And the Finger Vulcans, they are pretty decent damage-wise with the discharge that they have, but the Head Vulcans, I feel like you really want to use those more for, like, accumulation stagger. So, really up to you how you use the range weapons. I feel like, again, they mainly probably should be used for getting stuns and accumulation. With the exception of that Finger Vulcan. The Finger Vulcan doesn't have good stun accumulation, so that really is more of a damage weapon, but against certain suits like the, maybe the Delta Gundam here, that could be pretty useful. But other than that, yeah, I feel like you definitely want to be more of a melee mobile suit enthusiast if you plan on using the RF Gouf quite a bit. Try to get one final kill with the Vulcans there. I don't think I was able to get anything, but hey, it's gonna be good works in the side chat and timeout. So let's see how we did here with the RF Gouf here on Arctic Base. And did get top individual and top in damage. Also beat my rival. And second place with 7 kills and 1 loss. And again, top in damage, second in assist. So yeah, not too bad of a follow-up match there to the last video I made, and I'm probably going to have that video linked somewhere during the video pretty early on when I probably mentioned it. Forgot to say that, but probably will have that in the corner, and we'll probably also have it at the end screen as well. So if you want to see my last video talking about this suit, I do go into some different things in that first video, so if that is something you're interested in, it will be probably multiple places in this video. I'll make sure to keep it somewhere easy to find, but yeah, that's all I have for the match in the RF Gouf. Again, a really good suit now that I've gotten the opportunity to use it. And yeah, I mean, again, probably not a suit that is for everybody, but really no shame in that, because that's, how many suits we have in GBO2. Nobody should be expected to know how to play everything. There's still quite a ton of suits in this game that I don't play, either because I'm just not interested, or it's just like there's a lot of suits I'm just not really good with, so I kind of tend to avoid those. But yeah, RF Gouf here, again, think it's a really nice suit, and I think that's all I have to say for this video. So if you liked the video, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you think about the RF Gouf. Again, I'm very interested to see how the suit would maybe compare to the RF Gouf, since both of those are 600 cost raids, so I don't know if there's anything, maybe if one is better than the other. I don't have the RF Gouf, so really can't say anything on it, but it does look good from what I've seen. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. I'm kind of rambling again, so yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Later.